Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Oh, with the drive impact. Lots of aggression from both sides. Backs them into the corner. Hold your breath. Combo with the target combo. Heading into the end game now. KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Did well to get the buff in there. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Jumps in. Player 2 will need to play a conservative system with a stop and buy. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Drive gauge is looking bad. What do they do now? Going in. Baits out the attack and gets the punish count. Full SA meters on deck. Oh, burnout triggered. Their spacing is so on point like this. But who's knockdown? Here comes the mix-up. Raw super hard income. Thunder closes it out. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Time to get down to business. The first round starts now. Sticks the jump in. The drive impact netted them a sweet punch. Tries to go in with the target combo. With the forward throw, the battle in the corner continues. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Reads it. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Neither of them willing to back off here. They can open up this round series by converting this punish combo. Heading into the end game now, it's getting to a throw to tie the bow. They were stuck in the corner. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Strengthen the system with a stop and pop. That combo did decent damage. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one experiencing burnout. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Charges forward. Still scrapping for control of the space. The exchange close. Bumped up. The locate hit. No! Critical line. Ooh, the drive is back in for a punish. That's how you close it out. What a beast! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Who will come out on top in this final round? Player 2 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. The feeling out phase is over. Time to get down to business. Moves up a bump, low heavy. Buffs up. All in with the rush. Target combo into. Player 2 connects with the throw. One step forward rush. Knew the throw was coming. Player burns out. Links it. Player 1 is no. This is Frankel. Oh, here we go. Condor wind is helping. Oh, yo, lost super hit. Ooh, the drive impact hits for a punish. Player 2 with the rhythm owning that space. A real test. Are you kidding me? Ooh, I dare you to fight.
Here comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? The low kick connects. Starts off one with fireball. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Grabs him. Knocked. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. At this range, many attacks can connect to stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Player 1 has depleted their drive game, but they are still within, wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Which way you gonna block? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out is so vital. Picks the driver. The fight continues in the middle of the stage.
It's the aerial!
Both fighters planning something?
A drive impact should end it all here!
Oh, what's this?
Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Turning them inside out and throwing them into the spin cycle.
Knockdown! Here comes the big one. Life lead is the... Ooh, what a smart play!
Both sides getting ready. All in with the rush!
Oh, this is a play! We're so close to the end of the round that it does not matter that both fighters are burned out. What a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Closes in. Throws them. Smart play with the throw. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Forward rush. Going in. Player 1 throws them from above.
Turning them inside out and throwing them into the spin cycle.
Checking with the fire. How will they react? Oh my, the throw tech. Dangerous range here.
Both sides getting ready.
Low heavy. Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. Drive rush. Big knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible?
Turning kick from above.
A jump in. Throwing anti-air. The throw is denied. I can't believe it.
Who's gonna take it? They are done.
Player 1 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. Spends a little drive gauge, but the reversal is blocked. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weaker. Opts for the throw. What's the play here? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Solid blocking. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Takes a trip. Heading into the end. Oh, burnout trigger! They've got the meter for a drive impact. Goes for the super arc? I can't keep track of these corner switches. Alright, let's take a big gather and rips out a raw super.
Player's Trinity coupler hit. High jump buffet time.
Player's big low attack to pick up the win this round. Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Who's going to start things off? Player 1 won out those close scuffle, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Did well to get the weapon. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Springs forward with the drive rush. The Condor wind added a bit of juice to that attack. Experiencing burnout. What'll happen here? Fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. Burn out, but they may have a plan here. The super doesn't hit. Yes, counter. Okay, here we go. Reads the jump in perfectly. Player 2 with the rhythm, owning that space. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Dangerous range here. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it left to find out the win?
What an opening statement there.
Jumps up. The parry springs forward with the drive rush. Both players look for something to work for, but neither are getting the opening they want.
All in with the rush.
Going in.
Goes up and drops him hard. Reversal. Into the air.
This is gonna hurt. Ooh, what a smart play. That corner is starting to look scary.
a fight.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Solid anti-air. Both fighters are trying not to get trapped in the corner. Who's gonna take it? Player one chases them down. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Neither of them willing to back off. Got their eye on the air. That drive impact is strong. Alright, what's coming up next? Throw misses. Life lead opens up. Did well to get the buff in. KO! Player one picks up the first round. That'll give him a psychological advantage. Was looking for that jump attack. Decides to buff up while they can. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Jumps up. A trade, but they're not worried. What'll happen here? Saw that coming. Player two is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a comeback using their drive. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Uses the target combo with the pull. Reversal! Fights back with authority. What are they gonna do? Forward rush. On the sport. Getting it all on the drive rush. Full super arcade. All in with the rush. What a finish! Woo! Right.
Here comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. See what they try to do here in the first round. Then finds the mark. One in the pocket. Player two has the right lead. The low heavy hits. Well-timed command throw. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Hits the back throw, looking to set something up to get more damage. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Knockdown. Spends the gauge for the driver. Down to the wire. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Goes for the super arm. KO. Player one hits something always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Aerial contact. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player two has the rifle. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Will we see a drive it? There's an overdrive arm. Player two needs to use the threat of the corner. Experiencing burnout. Jumps. Barely blocks the jump in. Both fighters planning something? Player two is dominating this match. In there. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Aerial Thompson. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? The match just started. It's anyone's game. Still plenty of time left. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Oh, says no to the impact. Oh, could be the start of something. Jumps. Barely blocks the jump in. Great cross super is out of it. Get your plates ready. Can this drive bring them back? That corner is all in with a rush. Player two needs to anti-air in this punch. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Somehow busted to shut him down. Player one links it. Turn it out. Player two is looking at a grim situation with burnout. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. This is gonna hurt. life lead is a comeback. Ah, genius read with that throw escape.
All in with the
Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. They're in the corner. Oh my god, what a throw set. And whip, they're wide open.
Tomahawk Buster to shut him down. It's in the drive impact.
Player 2 is gonna be...
Here comes a new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. That's some big juicy damage on that counter. Trips him up. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Taking stock. The drive impact whiffs. Are they ready to punish? Nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up and down to the wire?
There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished.
Player 1 was completely shut out in that last round. They really need to think about whether to press on with their current game plan or change up their playstyle. The engagement here will have a huge effect. Stopping blow. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big hit Thunderbird. And with Condor Ring Stop, it gives you even more damage. The Razor hits, we're gonna see it ready. Or are we gonna see a comeback here? Excellent damage on that.
Goes airborne.
Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. No way, that win wasn't luck. That was 100% planned. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Kicks out a kick.
Hits on the counter. This is going to be huge. Connects with the throw. Player 1 has a slight life lead. Back into the corner. Down.
White Lord, nothing but air. Goes airborne. Anti-air in the clutch.
What are they gonna do?
And eats it. Looks up. This is going to deal some big damage.
Drive impact misses. Back to the corner. Are we gonna play impact peekaboo?
I called it. I called it.
Fakes out some throw heavy out of nowhere. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this fight. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weakened. The low is denied. Trips him up. Player 2 chases him down. Picture perfect punish counter. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Taking stock. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need with a super art connect. Player 1 has the meter lead. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Throws them to negate the block. Scrapping it out up close. Shows a medium kick. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Going in. Burnout activates. Creates an opening with the low heavy. The throw missed. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Player 2 has a whip. They're wide. The drive impact doesn't work. They're facing
just goes for it at this range.
Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that super. And there it is. They knew it would be enough. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. Still slugging it out. Very solid corner. No heavy. Knockdown. Player one is going to have a hard time managing their drive here. This is a real back and forth match for them. They definitely know what the other is capable of. Player one is in burnout. Drives off the table.
They've got the meter for a drive impact.
Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player one is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? Both fighters planning something? Player one chases them down. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. KO! Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Dashes up. Who's going to start things off? Jumps up. Throws them to negate the block. Player two has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Jump. Gotta be mindful of reach and jumping at this range. Max SAT. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score. Stop and block. This is gonna be bad news. Closing it out with a super hard finish. Nice and clean. No escaping that. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has things that can find out the win? The last round. It's now or never. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. They're laying into each other. Breaks it. Player one needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity.
Fire coming through.
Player two
Can't all in with the shot.
Player one is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Knocked him out of the air. Player draw super hard incoming. Up to the crazy top. Combo finishes it. Right there.
Here comes a new challenger.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to bait him with the projectile. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. You can use a drive wedge like that there to maintain the pressure. Carries the projectile. Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Player two doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Bops him with a target card. Yes. Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Still very early in the round. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player two chases him down. Goes with the safe stuff with that target. Oh, burnout triggered. Player two hits him with a stop and pop. Not quite a difference. Super hard on deck for both. Burnout activates. Going in. Player huge! Bomb critical! What's gonna happen? Will this be enough to kill? It doesn't kill! They're still in this! Player 1 can't use any drive moves! Gotta play it safe! The next touch may decide this round. Flatlines in!
I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go.
Vanishing Sun, make your choice.
Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. On dangerous turn. Easy to get tagged at mid-range. Combo with the target combo. Down to the wire. They block the overhead, and Flight Speed opens up. Alright, what's coming up next? Nice drive impact, sends them connecting to heaven Wi-Fi. Good sense to let it rip. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Vanishing Sun, make your choice.
Attack them with the projectile. Busts that off and keeps going.
The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage.
Full SA leaders on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. The opening on that impact. Will they take it? Will springs forward with the drive. Player 2 has an empty drive deep. This is a very precarious situation. They've got the meter for a drive impact.
Vanishing Sun, make your choice.
Player 1 needs to use the threat of the performance. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. Goes to the projectile for the opening shot. Down to the wire. Beautiful setup for that attack. Player 2 with the life lead. Backs them into the corner. All right. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some... Oh! They can open up this round big by converting this punishment. KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Backs them with the projectile. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Condor's fire. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Tags them with a spire. Manages to block the jump in attack. With breather. Player 2 is dominating this match.
Vanishing Sun, make your choice.
Both fighters planning something. Oh, what's this? What's gonna happen? They can't squander this punish counter. Player 1 will look to apply pressure. No question whether this start is going to kill him. Well, listen, when you're locked...
Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway. The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Throws him down. Check with the projectile. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? Go heavy. Throw hits. Now the fun begins. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Good anti-air. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Nice tech. Bops him with a target call. Well, with the button. Takes the grip. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Big gamble in, rips out a raw super. What'll happen here? Oh, God. In there! Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. take advantage of everything that's happened up until now. Player 1 hit them with a stopping blow. There's a change of sides. Shows a medium kick. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Connect with medium kick. Decides the neutral in the air. There's the sunset. So, what's next? Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Knockdown and player 2 will look to apply pressure here. The perfect catch. Brush that off and keep going. With breather, are we gonna see a comeback here? All in with the rush. Hold your breath. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 needs to get the counter hit and the win. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. The last round. It's now or never. Both fighters are raring to go. Still plenty of time left. Connects with Sunrise. Going in? How did they read that throw? Went all in with a rush. That's a rattle. Knockdown and checks with the sunshot. What are they gonna do? Links it. A big time whip. Prison. Gold stop throw is designed. What a read. Ooh, what a smart throw. Oh, here we go. Bam! Sunshot. This is the time to believe in your abilities. Back to the corner. Are we gonna play burnout? You think he can do that? Turning them inside out and throwing them into the spin cycle. Goes all in with a rush. Throws. They gotta find something to work with here. Player 2. Are you kidding me? Player 1. Which is the win? But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. A jump anti-air. Checks with the sunshot. Throws a fireball. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Low kicks are a no-go. Trips them up. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. Knockdown. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Holds out with a block. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Takes a trip. Squeezes the gauge. Did well to get the buff in there. Alright, what's coming up next? Slips the grab. So they go forward to pressure the opponent. Right lead opens up. Throws him. What's next? Taking stock. Player 1 is going for the super hard and pays the bar for the sun. What'll happen here? In there! Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out is so vital. Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep their momentum? The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Genius read. Tomahawk bust. Looking for a chance. Goes for the rush. Instant typhoon. Going in. Drive it. Drive gauge gapping. The throw is denied. Crowns him from above. Not much life left, but they're driving all in with it. Okay, here we go. Player 2. Do anything? Gets the counter hit and the win. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Final round. Who will fight? Very solid tomahawk buster. Perfect catch. Both fighters look to set things up as they continue to jostle for position. All in with the rush. What are they gonna do? Shows off the parents. The low. Medium kick and all the throw connects. Drive rush. Here comes the corner pressure. Do we see a time impact here? A jump knocked them out of the air. Links it. Left in the straight. Closes it out. Are we gonna witness a blow up here? Denied! Throw misses. Still very early in the round. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Backs them into the corner. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Recovers from burnout. Below heavy hits. Parries to cancel the fireball. And the radar up and running. The border makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Check with the sunshot. Projectile to try and change the situation. Both can end the round now. Oh, burnout triggered. Player 2 has completely used all of their drive in there. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Was looking for that jump attack. They block the overhead, and dual gain control of the match in the early going. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. With 3 players for the super art, just goes for it at this range, taking him up with the level 2 super Thunderbird. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? They're in the corner and the beatdown continues. Connects with the throw. Going to expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 1 can't let this simmer. Flatline though. We're going into the final round tied up. Each fighter has it in them to grind out the win. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting over it, but it won't work. Sneaks in above. Good decision with that throw. Breaks it. That's gonna leave him rattled. Player 2 is in a very good spot. You never know what can happen here. Bam! Sunshot! Turn down. Knockdown. Excellent lead. Draw super hard incoming. Now all in with a rush. That throw's gonna take off a ton of damage. Player 1 can't let this simmer. All the throw connects. I can't believe it. Did we see a drive impact here? What? Time to make them famous. I don't know if this is enough to kill. No one could have called that. Player 1. What?
Here comes a new challenger.
It's time to see what both fighters have in store for us today. The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the playback. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. No good up high. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. They knew that throw was coming. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. This is a real back and forth match. They definitely know what the other is capable of. And the throw ends the round. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Close them. What's next? That drive impact doesn't get through. Scrapping it out up close. Big game blows. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Knockdown and Will we see a drive impact? Picks up the counter. This is going to breaks it. Oh! Closes it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Knockdown. Here comes the victor. Still slugging it out at this range. The low kick hits. With super arts into play. It's all in with a rush. Excellent read.
TLC.
Throws him. Oh, here we go. The low. And eats it. A jump. A real test of nerves here. Somehow, oh my, the throw tag. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Next with the throw. Throws a fireball. Dashes forward. Not shy with the grab. Finds the time to squeeze in a buff. Uncomfortable space here. And they flip each other on the edge. Opts for the throw. Knockdown. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Will we see a drive it? Yes. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Gets the knockdown, and now reads them. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. What's the next move? Looking for a chance. With a 1-2-3. Player one can't use any drive moves without burning out. Burnout activates. Player one in dire straits with burnout. The engagement here will have a huge effect on the rest of the match. Both fighters are trying not to get trapped all the throws connects. This keeps low heavy. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work.
My girl's flying.
What'll happen? Drive impact misses. Connects with the throw. Player one can't let this doesn't touch the throw. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in for this one. Who will come out on top in this final round? This is going to be, ooh, what a smart throw. Player one has the life lead. Can't catch up with the jump in. Rattle. Both sides getting ready. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. These guys are not giving each other any time to breathe. The counter hit.